we have that global assembly cache here. This is seen here in the reference. So you might be wondering how that's being referenced and used, and we want to be able to use the actual code hinting and things like that. So if we do testing, for example, you see that we get that. We get the information here, the method names that we can work with. Well, that's coming in, and it's in the reference here. Double-clicking there, we can see in the object browser that this test is here with test and the two methods here that we can work with. Well, this is because we're adding a reference to that file. We have to play around with the registry a bit, just a little bit, to get that to work. I have a lot of .NET components, so it always takes a long time. Then you see, as we slide down, Global Assembly Cache EX in .NET 1.0.0.0, and it's being stored in the C. You can call it sharp or number. My assemblies with the help text Global Assembly Cache EX.dll. So we had to give a reference to that folder so that we can use all that code hinting and stuff like that within Visual Studio. That's another reason why it's there. So it's great that we can do that, and then we can work with it. Otherwise, you won't see all of that. So you need to do a reference. But you need to also tell Visual Studio where that folder is, or that that folder is actually going to be a part of your system. With other third-party controls, they actually do the same thing. They create this registry item here that's going to be in H-key local machine software, because you want it to be available for all the users. Otherwise, you have to use current user. But you're going to find that within software. And then you can look at the .NET framework at the top. Then you have assembly folders. And you see a whole bunch of folders for third-party controls or whoever has a third-party set of controls. And then you see My Assemblies. You just need to create a new key, and then you're going to create a new value here, string value. And then you put in your folder name. No big deal. So you can see here, assembly folders, right-click, new key. That adds something at the bottom. We'll just call it My New Key. And then you have to see, or you can actually work with the default item that's in there. Value is not set. Double click on it. Then you would have to put that value in there. Just your folder name. Copy and paste it if you want to. It's the default value. So no big deal. And then when you work within Visual Studio, you might have to restart Visual Studio. Shouldn't have to, but it's going to read that from the references. When you actually hit add reference, it's going to, that's why it's taking a long time, a lot of controls, as you can see. And then it's going to bring everything in here. And allow you to use it so you can reference it. Alright, so let's continue and get that global assembly cache to work for us. We could actually just build this here, build this solution. But we're going to go back to our other solution first. Back and forth. We'll save it.